Hi. I haven't shot a video in a while. I went somewhere over the holidays and I decided I'm going to take a sabbatical from making videos for a bit, think about what I'm doing. And I got a story I want to share with you. It's a manifestation story. For quite a while, not quite a while, but one day I decided I want 30 grand to show up in my experience, $30,000. And I even made a video. I didn't post it, but I made a video because I knew it would come true. And I wanted to have a video so that I could show, like, see here's where I put it out and I said it would come, and here's how it came. And so now this is a video telling you how it came. How this all started was one day I was listening to Abraham Hicks on tons of YouTube videos on there. And there was this lady talking about how she wanted 30 grand. And she told this story about how it showed up. It was pretty good. And I thought, I'm going to try that. So, first of all, I not just believe, I know that this is nothing but an energetic universe of polarity and attraction, even though it looks like this physical thing that we have. Because it's science. It really is. It's not the mainstream thing that's taught. But anyways, I started thinking, okay, this lady, she was talking about how, she just kind of had fun with it and regularly thought about, not like, I need 30 grand. She just like thought about it regularly, playfully about like how it would show up and maybe this way and maybe that way, and just having fun with it until it eventually showed up. And how it showed up was not a way she thought of, but it matched all the criteria she had for how she wanted it to show up. Long story short, she wanted it to show up in a playful way where no one got hurt, and it was fun, and it made her laugh out loud, and it was just so obvious that it was the response to her desire, to her point of attraction. And how it ended up showing up was her friend called her out of the blue, old friend of hers that she hadn't talked to in a while, actually. And her friend said, hey, we want to meet up. Or I'd like to meet up, so let's meet up. So they did. And they sit down, and her friend looks at her and says, I won the lottery. And so she just started laughing. She's like, I'm going to get my 30 grand, aren't I? And she's like, yep. So that was so interesting, and they just laughed and laughed and laughed. That's the way she told it. And I was like, that's really interesting, and that's what gave me the desire to do this experiment in this way. And so I started doing that. I started thinking about, how's it going to show up? Maybe it'll be this, maybe that. And I put criteria on it, like no one can get hurt. It's got to be this. It's got to be that. Not like real specific ones, but general specifications to it. And how it showed up, it wasn't as obvious as I thought it would be, but it absolutely matched all the criteria. Because when you want money, it's not really ever about the actual physical money. It's about what you do with the money, right? Because it's no good, means nothing just sitting there. It's what you do with it. And that's not something, ethereal. That's fact. Like, money is literally worthless unless you use it. So you really want what you do with the 30 grand. That's what I did. I wasn't necessarily as completely aware of that, but the universe was, of course. And so, something that was really nice over the holidays, my partner's family, they're all wonderful people. I really enjoy being around them, but I don't get to see them very much. As a matter of fact, some of them I hadn't seen in years. Most of them I hadn't seen in years. Not for a lack of wanting, just life, Although that statement I just made right there, life, is part of my vibration I got to work on. Side note. So anyways, they ended up deciding they wanted to go to Disney World, Orlando, Disney World and Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida, and invited me along, even paid for my trip. And so that was cool. Now, don't get ahead of yourself. That's not like 30 grand or something for me. But I was like, all right, yeah, I'll go. That sounds great. That sounds like a wonderful holiday. You know, I'd never been somewhere warm over the, Christmas, New Year holidays. And that sounds fun. You know, Disney World, Universal Studios, they have Harry Potter there. I love Harry Potter. Love that stuff. And anyway, so we were there, and we were there for, Jenny and I were there for a week. Yeah, we were there for 7 days. Most of them were there for like 5 or 6 days because we got there first. We arrived on New Year's Eve Christmas Eve, and left New Year's Day. And anyway, so we had a great time. You know, it was nice visiting with all of them and going to Disney World, going to Universal. And, Jenny and I catch a flight back New Year's Day morning, like literally like 6 in the morning is when the flight takes off. So we didn't really sleep. And it was a nice trip back. We flew Delta. They had, they have great like screens on the seat in front of you and tons of like movies and TV shows to pick from. So it was actually pretty quick. One of the most enjoyable flights I'd ever had. And when we get back, a couple days later, she says to me, she goes, that whole thing ended up costing about 30 grand. And then it hit me. That's how it showed up. That's how it showed up. Wow. I didn't realize all of that in the moment. But afterwards, when someone pointed out to me, that whole trip cost about 30 grand for everybody to be there. And I thought, that's what it is. That's how it showed up. Because it wasn't really 30 grand I wanted. It's what I wanted to do with the 30 grand. And basically, most things I want to do with life are just go have experiences with people I care about. So that's how it showed up for me. I wanted to share that with you. It would have been really easy for me to overlook how it showed up, because in my head I was thinking, 30 grand cash. Sort of. But I had to really dissect it to think about what was I really thinking of. Because it wasn't the 30 grand I wanted. It was what I wanted to do with it, which is basically always just go have experiences with the people I care about. And so I didn't get 30 grand cash. I got 30 grand in experience, which is what I really wanted. Even though I may not have been as clear to myself about it, but looking back at it, yeah, that's really actually what I wanted. The universe is aware of everything. Allow yourself to allow. Now, I'm not going to make a video every day. I found myself making videos every day because there's many other things that I'm focused on, and making a video every day, I saw the quality go down and down and down and down. I'd rather make a video every so often and give you a good one. I feel like this is a good video because I can really reflect on an experience, and this one can really make a much bigger impact than 60 quick ones. You're awesome. See you soon.